Now, the last time you came down here, say, well, it was 4 or 5 years ago, whenever it was, you arrived proper rock star style. G-Wagon, Mercedes, blacked out windows, 2 dogs, Minders, Ferrari 360 brought down just in case you fancied a lap of the track. I do remember all that.
That's right.
You are, because we have all the guests that come, we have an entourage chart.
Yeah.
And you're still, no, Jerry Halliwell beat your entourage. She had more people came with her than you.
Yeah.
This time,
you were get 50 Cent down.
Has he got a big entourage?
Probably about 35 he could bring down, yeah.
Nice. Because this time you arrived...
in a helicopter, yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
Is this a sign you're growing up, or
it's a
just
sign
getting richer?
that the roads are too congested. We live in a draconian road society, and you can't put your foot down anywhere, you know, within reason.
Well, you can.
And,
just that you get banned
and in a
all the
helicopter,
time.
you can look at the people on the M25 and go, I used to be in that.
Yeah, I know. I was in it this morning. Anyone else get stuck on the M25 this morning? Yeah. Because did you hear why? A lorry had dropped some concrete slabs off it. Well, why don't those people we employ as highway officers just, I don't know, pick them up again?
Yeah.
I mean, how difficult? It was closed for 3 hours.
I just want to be Mr. Cone. Because Mr. Cone is worth a fortune, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Cone, you know.
You
What do you do? I mean, have you ever met Mr. Cone?
No, I know what his telephone number is.
Yeah.
Because it says Cone Hotline, 0845. So, what happens when you pick it up? Well done, you've closed off a really long stretch of motion.
And, you know, and this is the other thing. You come back from Goodwood, big event, you know, they know people are coming back on a Sunday night. What do? Cone off the A3.
Yeah. No, but
the
last 2 weeks we've done this, not today. Somebody, useless, has crashed on the A3 and closed it. It's taken nearly all day to get everyone down here. Now, what were you doing in Scotland? Have you got a house up there?
Yeah, I have, yeah. I love Scotland. Absolutely love it.
Is it the food or the weather or the midges? The absence of midges?
It's the midges. Well, I go when there are no midges, you see. That's
what do you do up there?
Do a bit of writing, do a bit of walking, take the dog, ride bikes on the beach. Nice to see that KTM there. The chap came out, he said, I'm going to lend you one of those because you've just bought 6 KTMs.
Oh, that bicycle thing, that motorbike with 2 extra wheels?
That
oh, God, Hammond's...
It looks, I mean, for a first car, cracking stuff.
No, but they won't sell it to you until you're 24.
Oh, really?
No. But you're all right, because you are growing up. And somebody told me you were into camping these days.
I'm a huge camping fan.
What, in a tent?
Well, I do a bit of tent, but it's mostly camper van. It's luxury camping.
I was going to say, because...
You know, it's not that, yeah. It's not all that, getting wet and bitten mosquitoes.
What, so you just go and park, effectively, a caravan with an engine in a wood and...
Yeah, it's got a little 2.8 turbo diesel in it, and it's built by a company in Germany, and they've got a little garage, got a little 125cc in the back.
Why don't you just go to Mauritius?
Because I don't want to.
It is nice. Camping's horrid.
Do you know what? I've been to Mauritius and it was full of South African courting couples nuzzling each other.
Actually, it's true. No, honeymoon couples.
Honeymoon couples.
Because they do form... They are the new Germans, the South Africans.
You need to stay away from that snake. It's Cape Cobra. Yeah, they do, yeah. They're funny guys.
He's done it again.
It's more Hungarian.
It is. Now, where are we going to go? What is your insurance premium these days on your cars? Is it really here? I know that's a rude question.
You know what? Well, the thing is, if I tell you, and then say it's quite reasonable, they'll put it up. 20 grand for the Enzo on its own.
20 grand for the Enzo? £20,000? For the what?
For the Enzo.
For the Enzo?
Yeah, on its own.
I won't bother going through the list of everything you've got because the programme's only an hour long, okay?
Yeah.
But since you were last here, what have been the main changes? Well, what's in...
Well, the main stuff is that I've got into Porsches for some unknown reason. I had a 911T, was about the first classic car I ever had, years and years ago, and it was a dog, you know, I mean, it was a...
Turbo, a 911T?
No, it was just a T, just a 911T, the little 2.2 litre number.
Yeah.
And then I bought, not so long ago, well, about 3 or 4 years, I bought an RS Touring, which is the factory sunroof, rear seat, 911, you know, Carrera down the side, wider arches, 2.7 engine. And I was so impressed with it, you know, that I kept I kept going over to a friend of mine who basically deals in Porsches. And I walked in and he had 2 little 356s, Pre-A 356, you know, little James Dean Speedster. So I ended up taking a mint black one of those and a 1950 car, a split-screen, 40 horsepower Porsche. I mean, bearing in mind, he started making cars, Ferry Porsche, in 1948 in Gabon.
Early
So this is a really early car. In fact, I think it's the first car brought to the UK, and the guy that used to own it was the test pilot for the Harrier jump jet.
And the Harrier jump jet, no, the Harrier jump jet, which was painted in this very hangar.
Ooh, connections.
I know, because you got rid of your Astons, which I do sort of get. Why is that?
Because I'd had it for 10 years. I had it since I was about 20.
Which one was it? I forgot.
A DB5.
Oh, a 5.
I had it since I was about 25, and you know, it was the old thing. If ever, it was actually a factory silver birch, the actual James Bond colour, and there weren't many made like that. And they've rocketed through the roof on price. And you know, even if you get your Aston DB5 perfect, it'll only ever drive like a DB5 does, which
is like a Scania truck.
Yeah, I mean, a little dainty gear stick. You know, I mean, it's not the best fun. Look fantastic, but. Yeah, very expensive to do, not the best fun in the world. And in fact, there was a guy at Pebble Beach, an American guy, who had a DB5, and he asked some guy to paint it. And the guy said, sure, I'll paint it for you. You want it silver birch? Sure, I'll paint it silver birch. And I'll put a f***ing great scratch down it so you can see it's yours. Because every other f***ing car is silver birch. You know, and it's like,
they all want the Bond colour.
Yeah, they all want the Bond colour.
No, they do.
Of course, that's not the... it's not the...
At the point. So there's now the Enzo, obviously very expensive to insure. We've established that.
Yeah.
How is it living with an Enzo? Because left-hand drive, if you pull up to an oblique junction, you have to just rub the rosaries before setting off.
You've got to actually turn in sort of straight. I mean,
seriously.
Look, it's nothing like a Lamborghini Countach, you know. I mean, I had one of those once for a day.
Well, you're the
you know,
right
the old periscope model with no mirrors, and when you had that sort of pillbox to look at, and you get to it. And I remember sitting there for... I don't know, I could have sat there all day.
Left-hand drive.
And I literally had to take the belt off, lean over, open the door. And it was one of those ones where people look, you've got to pick your moment, and then eventually shut the door and go. And it was,
do you know what
it was horrible. I had the mirror as well. I don't know how Bob Wallace, the old test driver, did it, but will you go in second gear? Won't have it.
Because you know what Nick Mason's done with his Enzo? The problem is, right, okay, they're left-hand drive. So if you pull up at a junction like this, and you turn to see what's coming, you cannot see. All you can see is the engine.
There is that little bit there. It's dodgy.
He's put one of those wide rear-view mirror things on the passenger sun visor.
Oh, okay.
So he's trusting something that costs $199 from Halfords.
Yeah.
But you have to. The Ford GT was the same, and I had that.
I know you had a Ford GT. I had one. You know, can you please at least make the wipers actually stop there and not there, or there, or there, or there? And can I have somewhere to put A, some change, B, a phone, C, a pair of sunglasses? Is it too much to ask? And also, the other thing is, can I just say, the other bloody thing about this GT, those little holes, the original GT40, you know, those little holes were soft, nice leather with little ringlets, not big hard bits of plastic.
No, I used to get in bed at night and my wife would go, what have you been doing? So I've been sort of Max Mosley somewhere. Your back's all stenciled. Now, the worst thing about the GT, drive it at night ever? Was the only car with headlights that you have to light with a lighter. They were just candles in jam jars. I couldn't see a thing.
Yeah, and weird here with these wings, because they come out. You could never quite work. Is that the side of the car? It's very strange. But living with the Enzo is, quite frankly, frustrating.
Clutch?
Because...
Have you had the clutch go yet?
No,
You know if you use launch control?
Yeah, you see, I don't
do you know how
you know why I don't do like that?
Why?
Because it costs bloody too much money. Forget it. It's still quick enough anyway, you know.
3 starts with the launch control, and it has to go back to Italy for a new clutch, and I think they are...
I don't know, because I've never changed mine, so let's not talk about it in case it goes. But...
Anyway, listen, apart from the GT, which we had in common, there are a number of other things.
Yeah.
You've got a CSL now, BMW CSL. Anyone?
That's right.
They're like 3 litre, because is yours a Batmobile?
Well, I used to have
I'm deliberately conducting the interview like this to make my mother not watch a show for once.
Yeah.
Because she won't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I used to have the Batmobile, and now I've just got a straight CSL.
Colour?
It's...
Green, orange, red, white?
No.
Oh.
This is designated 22750 serial number, so it is a CSL, one of the 500 right-hand drives. But some guy has come along. I mean, I did take it at a steal, this car, you know. I mean, I really wanted one as a smoker because, you know, it's pillarless. It's pillarless. Well, I don't know, I got pulled mine 15 grand or something. But it's a pillarless construction, and this guy's completely done all the inner wings and all the sills and everything that goes, because it's a Karmann constructed car. So he's done all that. He's painted it. Do you remember the old Schwartz grey BMW 80s grey?
Nice
and
colour.
he's painted a bloody great motorsport stripe right down the
Not
middle
the
of it.
black
And I
stripe.
think it's really cool. And I drove
No,
it
it
into
would
London,
look good.
and 4 people went, "Can I buy that off you, mate?"
Has it got
It's-
the... Have you put the cement bags in the boot?
No, I
You
haven't.
do need that.
Yeah, but that's half the fun. It's in the steering light, though.
Because steering's very
Beautiful,
light.
Beautiful
And you
thing.
sit going, wow, this is light. I'm going backwards.
Yeah.
It makes
It's a lovely, lovely thing. And I tell you what, because of the construction, you know, I don't think there are many left. And if it was a Ferrari, it would be 50 times the money.
And
with
do you
that
know why?
beautiful pillarless
Oh, it
lineup.
is one of the most beautiful looking cars.
And you know what, the other thing, don't need a mirror, because your C-pillar is as thin as a matchstick.
Stunning.
Love
Do you know why? You know they made 1,000
Look
of
at
them.
these poor people.
I know, sit down.
They've come
We're
to watch
talking
a
cars.
show, and
We're
we
talking
suddenly got
cars.
into this whole
Do
conversation.
you know why? You know they made 1,000, okay, in
What?
total,
Of what?
CSLs.
No, they didn't.
500 were right-hand drive.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know why
just
half
told you
came
that.
to Britain? No, I know, but do you know...
You're telling me things I just told you.
All right then, why did we get 500 in this in Britain and 500 for the whole rest of the world? Because the BMW importer got drunk. It was 1972.
Yeah.
3, oil crisis in full swing. Everyone's saying, no way, we'll never be able to sell cars like that. British bloke. Oh, 500 of them.
Yeah.
And we got half their total...
Do you realise, though, that that car, at the time, was more than an Aston Martin
It was.
V8.
It was.
It was more money than an Aston Martin V8, and it was more money than an Alfa Romeo Montreal.
Yep.
It was...
Unbelievably
more money than
expensive.
bloody anything. Really.
So honestly, if you're looking for a really stupid car to buy that looks fantastic, that's the one to
That's
go
a pig
for.
to restore, that's the one.
That's the one. No, Todd, no, it's running a grocer. That is the most catastrophic.
I honestly, it was just, I just had this whole thing about, you know, I've got a little bit of hydraulic fluid, and it's coming out on the door, and this whole thing's got pipes, tiny thin pipes everywhere, because none of it's electric, it's all hydraulic, windows, doors. I mean, just the door lock alone. I don't even want to say how much it is. It's £7,000. Just to do the door lock.
Have you had
do you know
have you had the window
Do you know
switches
what? I
go?
don't want the door to go...
No.
I'll just shut it myself.
Window switches.
Oh, don't. Oh, don't. Mind you, when they're
£7,000.
working, anybody says, excuse me, mate, you got a fiver? Yeah, sure. Boom. You know. That's it, you've had it.
No, they will. They
It's
will
full on,
Should
you
they
know.
do? Excuse me.
Yeah, no, it will
Then
take
you'd have
your
somebody's
off.
head in the car,
Yeah.
which for a grocer would
Exactly.
find quite normal.
Yeah, it would almost be like, if you did it on all 4 sides, it would be like sort of having Secret Service men with you, wouldn't it? Running along. Yeah.
Right, now listen, we've talked about cars long
Yeah.
enough, which is great talking
Which
to you.
is
'cause
great.
We, share,
I love
we
it.
do genuinely
We do
share the
share
same...
Passions.
the
We like
same-
the same motors. We do like the same.
It is, and we do have the same sort of cars.
Was this from a Shadow?
From a what?
It's a Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow. These seats are from.
Yeah, what was the chassis number?
I don't know, but I know you've got that little armrest, which I love those.
Isn't that just fantastic?
Lovely? Pull it out.
Oh yeah, you've got one as well there. It's
Yeah.
where James keeps his special toys.
Yeah. Have you noticed?
Don't look in there, it's like Alan Partridge's special drawer.